I want to know. I want to take the red pill. Like, tell me you have a body count of 100, so that I don't date you.
Oh, you're talking about the chat.
Yeah, no.
Is this something that you ask, like, actually? Like, why do you care?
It's like the first question I
but
asked.
why? Like,
Wait, why do I
I've never had a
care?
guy ask
Yeah.
me.
Here, we're
I've
gonna move it
never
on.
had a
but
guy ask me my
what?
body
So, what's your question?
like, why would you care? Like,
Why would I care?
Yeah, it's the past, whatever. Like,
Would you?
I feel
Okay,
like
I'll ask you a
this-
question. Would you date a man who previously slept with men?
No, but
Wait,
No.
hold on. Well, I gotta use your logic here. It's the past, right?
no, okay, but I'm talking about like the body count. Like, I'm not talking about your sexuality. Like, if you're,
Yeah, let's say he's bisexual.
yeah, I would not date a bisexual for like,
But what if?
Bi.
Yeah, but he stopped being bi.
but you can't stop being bi.
So going back to your thing, what was it?
Yeah, like,
why would you care? It's the past.
Like, why would you care? Like, what does it add to your
So
thinking, like, about a person?
when it comes to body count,
Yeah, like, you ask it, and what, like, she said, I don't know, 30, or she said 50, or she said 5. Like, what
I
does,
would be
what
more.
does it
Yeah,
add
it's
to
pretty
you?
simple. It's pretty simple. I would be more attracted to her if it was lower, and
But
I'd
why?
be less attracted to her if it was higher.
Why? It's like, it's
Let me ask you a
so,
question.
It's so, like, for me, like, you go through a lot of phases in your life, I think.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So, like, there's a phase where you're, like, more going around, hooking up or whatever, or
Yeah.
there's a phase where you don't want to do it. Like, it's just normal. So,
Human development. Kind of.
Wait, hold on.
I mean,
no,
I
no,
don't
no.
care,
But
like, you
so, oh, go ahead.
no,
Go
I
ahead.
don't know. Like, I feel like it doesn't add anything to the relation. So,
What do you mean it doesn't add anything to the
like,
relationship?
if I meet you and I know that thing, it doesn't add anything. Like, it doesn't add something.
It doesn't
like, to
change
the-
anything.
Yeah,
It doesn't change anything.
Yeah, or even like,
So
I
are
don't want
you?
to
Are
know.
you?
I
So,
don't want to know. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's your thing.
Sure.
I mean,
Well, are you saying that you are who you are, and like if you meet this individual, whether they have a body count of 5 or of 50, it doesn't actually. I mean, they are who they are. It's not going to change who they are as a
yeah,
person.
like, it's not an important thing. I don't
For you,
feel. Yeah. For
well, you
me,
don't
for
care.
me.
So just to be clear, well,
Yeah,
I'll
that's for me.
explore that, and we'll have the back and forth. But so if a guy told you that he had slept with, well, let's get a split going on this, if we can. Sorry, guys, one sec. So if a guy told you that he had slept with 1,000 women before you, not a problem for you?
No.
Okay.
Actually, I mean, 1,000. I mean, you're extreming. Like, you're putting in the
Sure, I
Like,
am.
too
But
much.
but you agree that there
But
is a point.
I'm talking
you're
about
you're
the normal.
agreeing.
Like,
Oh, so normal.
no, like 1,000. It's. I mean,
Okay.
I'm not talking about the extreme numbers. I'm talking about.
But if it
like a
doesn't
normal-
matter at all, then wouldn't it also not matter if it's 100? Is
No,
100
I don't-
extreme?
a 100
But is
is
100
fine.
extreme?
No. It would ever, like, I don't
Okay,
care.
so
I
you're
don't want
fine-
to know. I
you're
don't want to know at all. Like,
Why
can be
why
whatever.
don't you want to know?
Because I
Would it
think
bother-
it's
would it
private.
bother you?
No, because I think it's like a private thing. It's your thing. And it doesn't like. It's not conversation, like an important conversation. It's not something add me
Well,
something.
you don't care
know?
about it.
Yeah, me. I'm talking about.
But you do kind of care about it because when I give you the extreme example, you do kind of care about it.
No,
So 1,000 body count for the guy, don't care?
no, I don't care.
You wouldn't care.
No.
So here, let me frame the question differently. You find out the guy you're interested in has slept with 3 other women that week. Is that a problem?
Yeah, maybe.
But
So like no, it depends. Like it depends.
it depends.
Of what I want. Like
What do you
if I
want?
want to stay with him, or if I want to just hook up with him. So like,
Well,
if I'm
honestly,
using him, if I use
both
him,
of
I don't
these.
even.
I mean, even if you, I feel like in both, even if you just wanted once, or if you wanted a relationship,
Yeah, but you
both
never
of these
know.
are kind of terrible
Yeah,
because
but
this
you
man,
never know. Like if you hook up with someone, you don't know what he's.
They might
like,
lie.
He's,
They
they
might
might
lie.
lie. They might.
But
don't
they could
say,
also
like,
tell you the
You don't
truth.
talk about that.
but they could also tell you the truth,
Yeah.
which is what you would hope for, right?
Yeah.
Right. But so let's assume, ignoring this component of, well, they could lie, let's assume that you know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's assume that they're forthcoming and they tell you the truth. Would you feel comfortable sleeping with a man
No.
if he a girl an hour before
No.
you? Why not? Is it gross?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how men feel, that gross feeling, that's how men feel in general about women's promiscuity.
But so
So
but if you do it because I with my ex-boyfriend we talk about that, and
But
his
why-
number was lower
But-
than mine, and he got like all the relationship was about that thing, like, oh no, you slept with that you had
so
this
it
body
matters
count.
to it mattered to
And-
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like, that's just like a ego thing, because my number was higher than yours, and like so basic, like so how do you say, like masculine thing, like
Oh, like it was like an
masculine.
ego. He was
ego thing, like-
machismo
yeah,
type thing.
machismo.
He couldn't handle it.
So
It's not about he
yeah,
couldn't
because
handle
like
it.
She was just saying for
if
him.
you stay with someone, like with a girl that
Hail and well met. Lol Paladins donated $100.02.
That is
Brian,
true.
you are forgetting that a man who has slept with 3 other women
It
this
is
same
different.
week makes him more desirable to women. Go back to the bi analogy because that gives her the ick.
That is a fair
Why?
point
No,
because there
why?
is a differential here between men and women. So, like, a man who's capable of sleeping with a lot of women, even if you as a woman have like an aversity to promiscuity in men, like, you will at least acknowledge that men who are capable of sleeping with a lot of women, they typically are going to be more attractive.
nah, I disagree in total. But yeah.
Whereas
whatever.
women, that doesn't make you more attractive, your ability to like sleep with a lot of dudes.
I don't think so.
You wait,
I
are
mean,
you
I
you don't think so as
because-
in you agree or you disagree?
No, I disagree. Like, it's the same. It's totally the same.
Wait, so do you think that it's just as easy for men and women to get sex?
No, it's so much easier for a woman
For women to get
Yeah.
sex? Right. So then it's more impressive.
because they
for men.
decide.
Yeah,
like,
women
at the
are the
end.
deciders. Yeah.
Most of the time.
Most of the time,
Not
yeah.
always, but like.
Yeah.
But I
And
don't
so-
think that you get some points because you hook up with.
Well,
three,
the
like-
difference is like, for example, so let's say if guys were looking at an attractive girl,
Hmm.
but they knew that she had just slept with like 3 men, like most men are going to be
Yeah, me
really
too.
turned off
No,
by
but,
that.
But me too.
Sure, but there's a bit of a difference here. So
Why?
I think women care far less than men do when it comes to body count. And you said you don't care, but you dated a guy who did care.
But I don't.
But
think
so
that's-
why?
But
But you
I
said.
don't think
But your
that's,
original.
That's good. Like,
but
I don't think that's normal.
But
Like, it
your-
should not be like this.
what should not be like this?
It should not be that.
You should not
that
care?
Girls. No, it should be like something that it's not on like different levels when you talk when you say.
Oh, I
like,
mean, I'm not
men
saying
and-
that male promiscuity is good. I'm just saying it's different. Like, women don't seem to care that much about it. Some do.
So
I
But-
care.
Yeah,
but-
some do, and I
Sorry,
met.
you don't care?
I care.
You care. Okay.
I think it depends because I met guys that doesn't care, that don't care.
Yeah, some guys don't care.
So-
I've
They
literally
probably-
never been asked.
Truthfully,
I've never
though,
been
I mean,
asked me.
if a guy does care and he's asking you about it,
It's for the ego.
no, well, I
Yeah,
mean,
totally,
the point,
totally
hold on,
for
just
the
let me finish. So
Sorry.
the point I was trying to make here is that if a guy does ask you this question, it's actually kind of a green flag because he's vetting you for long-term commitment. So if a guy just wants to you, most guys won't care.
No,
They'll just
I've
like
been in a
whatever.
relationship without this question.
Yeah.
put in.
Okay,
I've never
sure,
found it to
but
matter
that's-
to relationship.
That's not
or
what I'm
just
arguing. So,
casual.
I do. Shit, I lost it. You said, getting back to your original point though, you said the past doesn't matter. So I do want to kind of get back to this. Like, why would you not date a guy who experimented with men? Let's say
No,
he's.
I'm talking. No, you're misunderstanding. Like,
No, but you
I'm
said the
talking
past
about,
doesn't matter.
Yeah, the past doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm testing your logic.
Talking about how many girls you hook up with, not talking about everything. Because if it's everything, the past doesn't matter. You can murder someone. No, it doesn't matter. Obviously, it does. It,
But
it does
I'm
matter.
trying to give you, so the reason I'm bringing up the like bisexual example is the way you might feel about like a guy who previously slept with men and like how it makes you feel. That's the way men feel when it comes to female
I don't think
promiscuity.
that represents every man though, because there's plenty of men
Yes,
that
I
don't
know,
that's
I know.
do
how
that.
it-
Yeah, there's all kinds of guys. I'm talking in general.
Well, anyway,
I honestly don't think in general guys care. I really don't. I think you have like a niched opinion and you have followers that follow your opinion, but there's a whole
No,
other
I'm
world out
prepared to
there.
say the majority of men care. There's
not been
enough
my
men.
experience.
There's enough men who don't care
I think that-
because they're desperate for.
no, I think it's
That-
it's the contrary. Like the people with a little bit of insecurities, they ask you how many guys, blah 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 blah.
Why is it insecure?
It's insecure because they're like, oh no, man, I'm going with a slut, I'm going with that, blah blah blah. If you like someone, like
Yeah, if you like somebody, you should.
if you're mature
if you-
enough,
if
like
you're
to know that you had a life before with some.
Do you think
guys.
if you had a man, you'd want him to be a mature man, right?
Yeah,
Do you think that mature people set boundaries?
yeah.
And so do you think responsible people set boundaries?
Yeah.
So if a responsible and mature man sets a boundary, and the boundary is he doesn't want a woman who has more than X amount of sex partners, how could he be insecure?
It's totally up of him.
Well,
like,
how could that be insecurity if that's what your expectation is that he has boundaries?
no, I'm. What can
Such
you?
a couple decades ago perspective, to be honest.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, I
that
think
too. I
to
saw
me,
that.
I've had men ask me more like how many dads of my kids I have and things like that. To me, the modern man cares more about like what baggage do you have in your life that's going to affect me.
And the
So-
more men
Yeah.
you've slept with, the more baggage
well,
you
not
tend to have.
necessarily because
Yes.
I mean, you don't necessarily
sleeping doesn't
take
matter.
baggage with you from every experience. You
Yeah.
have a lot of experiences are very positive. It was fun. It was
Desiree,
what it was.
how could it be insecure though to set boundaries?
I
No,
never
it's
said
not
that. I
bound-
wasn't
that's not
saying that
boundary,
at
that's,
all.
like,
I was
totally
simply
a
making the
question
point that
that-
not every man
Well,
cares.
then, well, how would that be insecure? I don't understand.
I
You
don't
said
think
it's
that that's
insecure
a
for a
boundary.
man.
Like, if you don't want to like stay with someone, I mean,
It's a standard.